Greetings, everyone. You're listening to the Aquila View. I'm your host Narayan, and we are back again with very interesting episode today of Aquila View. Today, we have with us Team Illuminate from New Delhi, India. Over the last couple of weeks, we have continuously recording podcasts with different teams from India, but this team probably has something unique in themselves. Moving ahead with all of these things, over the next course of 20 to 25 minutes, we'll be talking to all of these young brains over different aspects of Formula One in schools and their busy yet very adventurous journey till here. So, before wasting any further time, let's get into the podcast. Firstly, welcome everybody to what we call the Aquila View family, and I hope you guys have doing. I mean, you guys have been doing extremely well and healthy, seeing the situations that we all are facing through right now in India. Before moving ahead, I'd like the members of Team Illuminate to give us a short and brief introduction about themselves and break the ice for us. We'd start with Aditya.
Hi, I'm Aditya Sharma and I'm the Managing Director.
Hi, I'm Krish Gupta and I'm the team manager of the team.
Awesome, guys. That was very crisp introduction about yourselves. Probably, guys, before I particularly move into the podcast and we talk about all of these things about your journey and how you guys all manage all of these things, I'd like to know about the situation that's been going on in New Delhi. But, I mean, we've been talking to different teams from Delhi as well, but everyone has their own opinion on what the situation be like in New Delhi. So, what do you think? I mean, is the situation being controlled right now in Delhi in terms of COVID 19?
Uh, See, the situation is being firstly, the second wave is not was not being controlled by the whole India for properly, but in Delhi, the second wave was also madness over here. But now, slowly and slowly, the Delhi government is helping it to control, and the cases are decreasing day by day. So yeah, it's being controlled now, but not early.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Uh, so my first question to you guys is that how you guys all started your journey in Formula One in schools, and I mean, is it the first time that you guys are participating, or is it the second or the third time? And probably how Team Illuminate came into existence, and how you guys met each other, and how does that team formation look like?
See, basically, me, Krish Gupta, Manmeet, and Satyam are all classmates. We've been knowing each other from the past 5 to 6 years. So we had a synergy building. But Krish Gupta has been part of this, F1 from the past 2 to 3 years. So he's a bit experienced. Manmeet also have been a part of this F1 for 1 year. And me and Satyam know a lot about F1, and I was the unofficial member of Team Night Fury last year. So I got to know about F1 a lot. So basically, we all, came, we all made a group and start discussing about participating in the F1. So yeah, slowly and steadily we came out with a team name, Team Illuminate, and yeah, now we are here.
So that was a very tough and the overnight decision, but at the end we came over it. Like I remember that was like 1 a.m. and I just called four of them that school is not participating and would you like to participate? And they all were ready, so just Team Illuminate formed. And by the way, I would like to tell you that Team Illuminate is also formerly known as Team Night Fury.
Okay, okay. That's amazing, guys. So probably you hold a lot of experience. Amazing. So I mean, you guys come from the same high school background?
Yes, we have been friends for past 5 to 6 years.
Okay, and I mean, in which grade are you right now?
10th.
Now 10.
Okay, and I mean, you all are from 10th standard. Amazing, amazing. The next thing that I'd probably like to ask you guys is that what do you guys think of Formula One in schools as a competition, and why you guys are doing it probably, right? Because there's particularly a reason that each and everyone is doing it, right? And that reason might be different for each and every person, right? So Aditya, why you are doing it?
See, I was a big fan of F1 racing when I was a kid. I used to watch big cars racing, that fast speed, it used to give me goosebumps. But when I saw that F1 is coming into schools, I was so enthusiastic. I was not able to participate in the school team, Night Fury. But now when I got a chance to participate, I I participated, and I am here to give my 100%.
Amazing, amazing. Krish, why you are doing it?
So I'm doing it from the past 2 3 years, and I love that experience and thrill that we go over like for 3 or 4 months straight.
That's great. My next question is to you, Krish, because you are managing the team. So, what do you think is the role of a team manager is, and how should, say, for suppose I am the team manager, and what are the things that a team manager should keep in mind while leading a team?
I would not say that team manager is the toughest post in the whole team, but it's like managing four different things in four different sectors at the same time. But it's also sometimes very hectic.
Exactly. So, Krish, what do you think is a true leader or true leadership skills according to you?
True leadership skills are not actually like in this sense, but true leadership should be like in every person of the team. That doesn't mean that only team manager have the leadership skills, but the whole event is about leadership. So you can't say that only team manager has true leadership skills.
That's true. That's true. I mean, every leader should. It is a leader in itself. Yes, definitely. I
Because if any one of the team doesn't have like any member, for example, I might not have the leadership skills, and I might end up fighting with whole team and just breaking the team into two. So that's not a good idea.
True, true, Krush. This was a really good point made. My next question is about sponsorships, right? So, guys, what was the strategy made behind your sponsorships? I mean, you guys have been participating for more than a year now, so you guys hold the experience of approaching sponsors and all of these things. I mean, so what do you guys like? What approach do you guys follow? Is it just cold emailing them, or is it through mutual connections, or how do you guys approach a sponsor and how do you guys get them on board to sponsor you?
See, getting money from a person is not an easy job. Even if I say you to give me 1,000 or 2,000, you won't give me at the first place. So getting money is a very difficult job. So you can't be just mailing them and they'll be giving you money. You have to go, in a face-to-face contact with them, and talk with them about money, because you have to build your trust with the sponsors, so that they will give you and they'll also see their profit in it. So yeah, we have been going and meeting the sponsors, not in the COVID pandemic, but when it was, when it was normal, we went there and met with the sponsors, and yeah, we started building, trust with them, and that's how sponsorship came for it.
Definitely, definitely, Aditya. I mean, when you spoke about the word trust, that is the most important thing between us and the sponsor, right? So probably I totally, I mean, agree to you what you said. Krish, do you have something to add?
Exactly what Adi said, that you can't just cold email them and they would give you money. You have to go and take follow-ups like for a month or so that they know you well, and then only they'll give you the money.
Absolutely, absolutely true, Krish. So, I mean, how are you guys managing now in the COVID outbreak scenario, right? Because we just can't go and meet them, right? So, I mean, has the approach or has the strategy been changed?
Yeah, basically all the meetings have been shifted to Zoom meetings, you know, as everyone are doing it. But we are, trying when the COVID pandemic stops to meeting them. Managing the team in without COVID and with COVID is a whole new perspective. We are new to this COVID pandemic, new to everything. So we can talk to them, like the way we did physically. So yeah, it's a difficult job, but yeah, we are managing it.
Definitely. And when you said that it's a whole together different thing before COVID and after COVID, I'd like to ask a question that what do you guys think? The competition should be a virtual one or it should be a physical one, as it used to happen before COVID, or it should be a hybrid model? Because both of the models have its pros and cons, right? So, what do you guys think?
See, the fun, the energy, you all get it in the physical one. But due to this COVID, you have to go to the virtual one. So I'm a bit of supporting a virtual one. But yeah, my teammates are supporting the physical.
Sir, I've participated in both the like the virtual ones and the physical ones. Last year it was a virtual national finals, but the regional finals was physical, so there was a bit of the issues in virtual national finals. But if we do not have any options for the physical national finals, then surely would have to go for the virtual ones.
Definitely. But at the same point, what do I think is that the virtual competition saves us a lot of costs in terms of bid display, right? So, I mean, should we support that thing or should we go with the hybrid model that, all right, bid displays should be submitted virtually and probably you could just come and race physically?
That's not the thing. If you are holding an event, you should just hold it in a proper manner now. Like it's your first time, right?
Definitely, yes.
So if it's a virtual one, then you would surely not experience any thrill.
Yep, Krish. That's definitely a true point. I got it. I mean, obviously, a competition is made because of its thrill and because the physical experience that we get. Definitely, the network that we create, and then probably the experience that we gain physically by being there. Definitely, will gain a lot of skills. Uh, Coming up is my question related to the digital media and marketing, right? So, what exact strategy do you guys follow to keep your social media updated, and how you guys align it with your team identity? Because team identity is a word that is, that is really important when it comes to Formula One in schools. And what's your posting schedule like, and how you guys post stories? Do you guys design it specifically, or how does it look like in overall?
See, managing a social media is a difficult thing because in these days everyone is using social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So we have to manage it, very carefully. So anything, something beyond the line, some people might unfollow us, some people might follow us. So yeah, our posting schedule is mostly in the night. So yeah, when someone wakes up in the morning and he refreshes the feed, and so basically our feed comes through first. And yeah, our story is also basically on festivals and events, main events, encouraging other teams. And yeah, that's how social media is handled.
Amazing. So, Krish, how do you guys are keeping up your social media aligned with your team identity?
Like keeping the social media aligned with the team identity is not a very big task, but you just have to play with colors and all. And like in the very first season for me, that was like F1 School season 2. We also got the award for the best social media, no, the best team identity. So again, a lot of experience from our founder of Night Fury. That's Mr. A. Avinash.
That's great, right? And probably, as you said, it's not a big job or it's not a big task to just align your social media with your team identity, and you just have to play with colors, right? Definitely a true point, Krish. My next question is about the engineering part because that's the main product that we all are competing, right? Because that's the main thing that we design and manufacture, and we race our cars, and that's the competition be like, right? So, what is it that inspire you before actually making and designing a car? And probably after you design that car, how you take that design into the manufacturing process?
See, our team consists of 4 players, and we do know about car designing, but we have given it to the experienced one. Manmeet and Satyam are doing a great job there. When someone uh, someone makes a car, it is set it as a role model. In the past couple of years, the one which broke the 1 second barrier, it was set as the role model of a car. So yeah, we took inspirations from that car and many other cars, and yeah, we started building them. And they too are the experienced one. They too know more about car designing. So yeah.
Amazing. So probably which software you guys are using?
Fusion 360, and we are in talks with the universities. I would not disclose the name, but it's in Delhi NCR, and we are in talks for the testing, like full car testing, that tunnel test and the wind test. Like there are 7 8 tests that would be done in a time span of 2 days, and we are already in talks for that to make the car look perfect.
So, moving on, probably, I'd like to ask you guys. Say, I mean, as you said that probably this time as you said that the school wasn't participating, and you guys really wanted to participate. So you guys came up and formed the team. But what do you guys think? If school might have been there, would there have been an extra edge or extra help provided by them? Or I mean, do you at any point right now do you feel that all right? That all right, if school might have been there, this particular task have been much more easier.
See, there are pros and cons with the school. So if school would be with us, there would be pros. Like we would, sponsorship would be a main, main pros in the team. We would get sponsorship more easier than we are getting it now. And but we have to work with the school. We are not able to, we are surrounded by a barrier when we are going with the school. That's a very, that's a very bad con. We can't do the things we want to do by ourselves. We have to first ask the school, and then asked by the team, and then we have to do the thing. So yeah, there are pros and cons, and that's why we didn't, collaborate.
Definitely, Aditya. So I mean, I mean, definitely there are pros and cons when you participate via school, right? But there are more pros than probably cons while we do not have a school associated with your name.
Yes, that's a good thing. And like there's no one who could question you for anything. Like even if you do something wrong, like you mess up, but there's no one to just pick you. And in both the cases, we have team members to explain and like to tell us that we are doing it in wrong way.
Yes, Krish, probably. And if you do not have that barrier, right, do you probably perform better? What I understand.
I think that we would know in this national finals because we both are like two of the of only 5 or 6 teams that are going without school associated with them.
So, lastly, I'd like to conclude by asking you guys that, I mean, what's your strategy right now for this year's national finals in order to just win it and probably be the world finalist team, right? I mean, probably there might be obviously, some internal discussions that you definitely can't disclose right here. But what is it that would set you apart from other teams and would make you world finalists?
This season, we have many experienced team from the past 2 to 3 years. We are also experienced team, so we have to make the edge. We have to make the cut. We have to, do more than anything and do more than any team is doing. Focus more on everything: sponsorships, car designing, marketing, social media handling, and everything. Because these teams are not easy to defeat. These teams have something different in them. The past few years the teams were beginning, now the teams are experienced, so we have to be different from the team and yeah, make our shot.
Definitely, Aditya. I totally agree because there's a lot of experience, right? And they probably know that where they messed up last year and they probably won't repeat the mistakes again, right? Krish, what do you think?
It's all about the analysis. Like we got the report cards. Like what do we say? That scorecards, scorecards, and like we sat on a Zoom meeting for about 2 or 3 hours, and we did a full analysis on the what mistakes we made in last 2 3 seasons, and we are trying to not do the same mistakes again. Not only the team members, but we have a backside support team. Like there's a person for designing professional, and there's a professional writer, and there's a professional. There was a professional social media handler, but now he's not with us. So
And probably you guys are probably looking up at the strategy from learning from your past and improving it in your present, right? And that's the best strategy possibly because you get to learn a lot of things from the past that all right, this was a particular moment and this is where we just messed it up and probably we do not have to we have to correct it this time. So I mean, by this, we definitely have to come to an end of this wonderful episode. Before I'd end, I'd like to know that, all right, what do you guys think Formula One in school or competition? And why probably, I mean, if a kid that is aged between 9 to 19, why should that kid enroll for the competition? And what would be the benefits that he or she would gain out of the competition?
F1 in schools is a very very good initiative by the F1, making the children more keen into the keen into the scenario. See, when if a children between 9 to 19 wants to join, he'll learn some great skills like leadership, teamwork, and convincing people for money. And he'll learn about money and these all things, the assets, how to go with the team, how to work with the team. More into if he goes into the designing, how to build a car, how to go into Autodesk, Fusion 360, etc.
Yes, probably yes. Krish, what do you think?
So, like, it's not about the benefits, but you get a lot of experience, a lot of.
So, I mean, definitely experience counts a lot, and probably as Aditya said, that you gain a lot of leadership skills. You get to know about finance, how to manage money, and how to raise money. So, and probably these are some life skills that would probably help you when you go out in the industry, right? Probably when you are in school or a university, you are probably in a shell or a bubble that probably. I mean, saves you from the outside world, and probably when you step out, when you actually go on the outfield and when you actually get start to earn, or you probably have a job, you probably face a lot of problems if you do not have probably all of these skills like communication, leadership, and how to manage a finance and all of these things. So probably I agree on your point, and by this we definitely have to, I mean, we have concluded this podcast, and it was really amazing talking to you and know about how Team Illuminates is working for their national finals. And probably till then, I guess, stay tuned to the Aquila View, and I'm your host Narayan, signing off.